Folks, it is a bad day for Chud the Builder. I don't know if it could get any worse than this. He might have just lost everything because they're now saying that his bond has been revoked, and I'm hearing people saying that it's actually going to be presented in court, that the footage is going to show that Chud the Builder, Dalton Etherly, he might have shot first. It might be sounding like ain't no self-defense going on whatsoever. It's actually crazy. So it seems like he was in court, seemingly he was back in court. I don't know if he was in court twice, but it's like we're seeing him back to back. I'm seeing back-to-back news articles basically breaking down what's going on with him. So I'm going to react to this, but basically it's sounding really, really bad. They're saying that his bond's gone and that the footage is going to basically cook him entirely. So let's have a little look at everything that was said in these two court appearances, these two news reporting pieces by WKRN News. They're getting all of the news together at the source. Shout out to them. But yeah, this is a disaster. So let's look at these two clips and I'll tell you what's going down with him.
This morning, the controversial online streamer known as Chud the Builder is expected in a Nashville courtroom.
Jaxie is back in studio with us now to show us what's planned for today. Jaxie, good morning.
Nicole and Mark, Dalton Etherly, a.k.a. Chud the Builder, is scheduled to appear in Davidson County today as he faces 3 misdemeanor charges stemming from an incident at a downtown Nashville hotel. Etherly, who is also facing separate felony charges in Montgomery County, is set for a preliminary hearing before Judge Melissa Blackburn in General Sessions Court. Court records show the Nashville cases include theft under $1,000, disorderly conduct, and resisting arrest. The charges are from a May incident at Bob's Steak and Chop House inside the Omni Hotel. Investigators say Etherly live streamed inside the restaurant after staff asked him not to, then refused to pay a more than $370 tab after being told to leave. At his last court appearance, a bench warrant was issued after he did not appear for a scheduled Davidson County hearing. We'll be following the hearing this morning to learn whether this case moves forward. Mark.
So that's the hearing basically for, he's got 2 cases going. This guy's in big trouble, okay? He's got 2 cases going on at the same time. On the one hand, he's got this situation where he went into a restaurant, refused to pay the bill. He's streaming. They wanted him to get out there. He said, if you're kicking me out, I ain't going to pay. Now, look, I don't know if that's how it works, all right? But he just thinks he's the law unto himself. But he had that case going on, and the next thing you know, he's outside the courthouse, busting off shots, shooting a black man. And then all of his tweets seem to suggest that it was premeditated, that he was planning to kill a black person to go viral and then beat the case. That's what appears, in my opinion, just based on all the social media activity, it sounds like that's what he had going on, okay? But now the actual court appearance happened. Here he is going into court in the yellow jumpsuit looking like a straight banana. Only thing chimping out is this fool dressed up as a banana in the courtroom, okay? He looking like a straight banana, right? It's, you know what I'm saying? So all of them jokes, all of them banana monkey jokes that he was putting on other people, right? Jokes on him, because you literally in court looking like a banana about to get split down the middle. And I know that he's going to get split down the middle when he gets to the feds, for sure. Not to the feds, but in jail, he's getting split down the middle like a banana. So if that's the kind of chimping out that I'm thinking this guy is going to be seeing when he gets split right down the center like a delicious peel of banana, okay? And he definitely slipping up like he done stepped on a few banana peels. But anyway, let's hear it, because this actually is potentially some of the most damning stuff that we have seen so far from him from this court appearance.
Happening now, the controversial online streamer known as Chud the Builder is making an appearance in a Nashville courtroom. Dalton Etherly faces 3 misdemeanor charges stemming from a May incident at Bob's Steak and Chop House inside the Omni Hotel. Investigators say Etherly live streamed inside the restaurant after staff asked him not to, then refused to pay. Etherly also faces separate felony charges in Montgomery County for a shooting investigation. During Etherly's court appearance, one investigator on the stand recalled the shooting.
Shots are shown to be fired prior to them hitting the ground.
Shots are being shown to have been fired prior to that?
Yes.
And how?
Whoa, okay, so look, bro, if that's true, and that's a cop saying that, this isn't a he said, she said, we on stream, oh, he said this, and I said to you guys in a previous video about this, I said, Chud live streams everything. Why isn't the clip from this live stream circulating? Why don't we have it? Why is it been swept under the rug? And I did say, I speculated in a previous video, probably the reason we haven't seen that clip from the live stream where the shooting went down is because perhaps it doesn't look too good on old Chud, and he's the one that's in control of his live stream. He live streaming all day long, 24/7, but this one clip that we want, we in a clipping era. Why ain't we got the clip where we actually want of this altercation actually starting? It's nowhere to be seen. It's very suspicious. And now we're hearing from the cops themselves, from the investigators, they saying the shots was fired before the physical confrontation had actually gone down. Let's hear it again. Let's just rewind it one more time, okay? Let's rewind it one more time.
Investigator on the stand recalled the shooting.
Shots were shown to be fired prior to them hitting the ground.
Shots were shown to be fired prior to them hitting the ground. Okay, not sounding too good.
Shots are being shown to have been fired prior to that?
Yes.
And how do we know that?
I can see, or in the courthouse video, it shows the casing ejecting from the firearm. It also shows the ricochet off the concrete planter.
The footage is so good that the investigators can see the shell casing popping off the firearm. You can see the shell casing. This ain't that grainy footage from across the street where they're already on the ground wrestling. They've got courthouse, probably surveillance. You think a courthouse has good cameras? You think the courthouse, maybe somebody along the line thought, let's have good security at the courthouse and have good cameras where we can see everything going on. He's saying he can see the shell casing popping out of the pistol and he can see the bullet ricocheting off the concrete. Finished. Over with. Cooked, sauteed, fried, deep fried, air fried, all of the different types of trifection oven with 3 kinds of heat he's cooked.
I can see, or in the courthouse video, it shows the casing ejecting from the firearm. It also shows the ricochet off the concrete planter.
Okay.
Prior to them hitting the ground.
So Mr. Fox hadn't been hit at that point, correct? If you're seeing a ricochet in one casing.
I would assume so.
The judge denied Etherly's release today, citing violent posts he's made on social media. Etherly is also facing a $1 million bond in the Montgomery County case.
So I'm hearing people saying that the bond has actually been revoked. Now, I don't know if there's footage of that, but let me just see if I can grab that. That can't possibly be true. I'm seeing a TMZ article over here talking about Luigi Mangione to walk free. That cannot be true. I'm going to look into that next. That's insane if that's true. So there doesn't appear to be any footage of the portion of the trial or the court proceedings when actually the bond was apparently officially revoked. But this does sound like what happened, and they do have photos here in the Tennessean, however you want to say it. Okay, shout out to Tennessee. But basically it says photos will show Dalton Etherly, known as Chud the Builder, during his bond revocation hearing in Nashville, right? He's just on straight banana timing, bro. And the way that he got the shackle and the padlock around his waist, he looking like an absolute clown. It's actually quite delicious to see. Pause. This says Dalton Etherly, better known as Chud the Builder, is facing charges of theft, disorderly conduct, and resisting arrest. Entered the courtroom during his bond revocation hearing at the Justice A.A. Birch Criminal Justice Building on Wednesday, June the 17th, 2026. And that was about the incident at the downtown restaurant before he was involved in the shooting incident May the 13th. He's now facing severe felony charges, including attempted murder. There he is. We already saw the footage, right? He's basically facing charges of theft, disorderly conduct, resisting arrest. He's with his attorney, Jacob Fendley, during the bond revocation hearing. And basically, it says, we already saw that, right? So this is Nashville District Attorney, Jeff Walker, giving his arguments at Dalton Etherly's hearing. This article is just repeating the same things over and over and over again, right? Am I bugging? I'm going to go find a better article. Hang on. Okay, I think I've got the real article here now, okay? It says, Chud the Builder, all right, online personality is staying behind bars. Chud the Builder is staying behind bars for now. Davidson County Judge Melissa Blackburn revoked the bond for Dalton Etherly on June the 17th, which is today. This is just like 40 minutes ago, in 3 Nashville cases that he was charged with days before the shooting outside Montgomery County. So this is what the judge said, even though we haven't got footage. That's what she said. She said, based on what I've seen on social media and Mr. Etherly's behavior, that's why she's decided to revoke the bond. He was on bond when he was arrested in Clarksville. A condition of the bond in Nashville was that he wasn't charged with any more crimes. So his initial bond that he was out on a basic, the dine-in and dash charges, I guess, basically, like, it's over with. You ain't getting your original bond. So you ain't bonding out on the new charges, and them old charges you ain't even bonding out because you done commit a crime on the old charges. Now you got the new charges, ain't no bond, no which way. You double revoked bond. Okay? So that's basically what we're hearing. You know, I don't know if there's much more. They're just kind of regurgitating the same information over and over and over again. But as you can see here, that's what the judge said. Based on his behavior, there's just no way we're not allowing him to continue with this, basically. And he's not going to be able to remain free in the lead up to this situation. So that's kind of the latest that we have on it. Okay, it doesn't seem like there's any footage. If there's some more footage of the part where his bond was officially revoked, I will come back and I will update you guys on that. But for now, it seems like that's the confirmation that we're hearing from the local news in Tennessee, and that's kind of what it's going to be for now. And very briefly, we saw him in the courtroom. Just the yellow jumpsuit is very undignified, okay, but it is really what he deserves right now at this point. Now, I will keep you guys posted on any updates on this case. It is definitely one of the biggest cases going on social media right now, and we do need to really follow this through to completion, because you can't have people going around provoking people like this. It really is not acceptable. It's not okay. What he did and what he was doing and the whole path he was on is just messed up, okay? So I'll keep you guys posted if I hear more news about Chud. It's not looking good. It's looking very, very bad. And if they've got investigators on the stand talking about the shots were fired before the physical altercation got to the point where it would be reasonable to say that this is self-defense, well, he's cooked. It's over with. He's going to go down for attempted murder. That's a pretty serious charge. That's some serious years. He could be looking at decades in prison, and maybe it'd be for the best. Maybe for the betterment of society, we need to keep him out the way. But that's it for now. I'll see you guys in the next video. I've got one more video that I want to make today. I've been breezing through them today, and I was just at the courthouses a lot. But I will see you guys in the next one. Appreciate it. Peace.